The first level of any video game has to say a lot in a short amount of time, while also not saying too much. It's a fine line. Say too little and the player can feel disoriented and ill-equipped to proceed. Say too much and run the risk of overwhelming new players with information. There's a sweet spot though. Give the player enough time to grasp the basic controls and core gameplay mechanics, communicated through intuitive visual and audio cues, while being simultaneously easy to pick up but challenging enough to be engaging. Does Jungle Hijinx do this? Yes, but let's crack it open and take a look inside anyway. First, let's quickly run through what the first level of Donkey Kong Country introduces to the player. Basic movement, walking, running, jumping, secret areas, bounce mechanics, the life system, collectibles such as bananas, Kong letters, and animal tokens, alternate pathways, hidden bananas, hidden barrels, basic barrel mechanics, basic enemies like Naughty and Critter, and enemies that are a bit more complicated like Clump and Necky, animal buddies, bonus areas, probably more things that I forgot. Now that might seem like a lot, but it's all weaved together in such an organic, intuitive way that it just works. The tire you need to reach the first life balloon is right there under it. Falling from the treetops early on will have you uncovering banana bunches or a steel keg, and riding Rambi through a wave of enemies will more often than not lead to you breaking through a wall and into your first bonus area. It drip feeds the information to the player and chains all the mechanics together in such a way that the player never really needs to engage intellectually. All they really need to do is have fun. I hate to use this word to describe anything even remotely artistic, but Jungle Hijinx is perfect. But with such a tight focus on gameplay, does Jungle Hijinx progress the story at all? Well, there's not much of a story to speak of, but I think if we do some digging, we'll find some details that help flesh out the narrative and the world it takes place in. Right off the bat, there's the missing banana horde. That's all the overt motivation the game gives you. Donkey Kong had bananas, they're gone, he's gonna get them back. There are a handful of little things in this first level that flesh out the world a bit too. The bananas lead away from the treehouse, almost like a trail of breadcrumbs the Kongs are following to find their missing horde. Even though the bananas are gone, the enemies are still moving towards the treehouse, encroaching on DK's territory. But why would they stick around if they've already got the horde? And what do crocodiles want with bananas anyway? As the player approaches the end of the level, the sun sets behind the trees and night falls over the jungle. It's a cool visual effect that serves as a nice way to wrap up the first level and set up the second one, which is where we'll find the answers to those questions. That was part 1 of Overthinking Donkey Kong Country. If you liked what you saw, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading 3 or 4 times a week until the series is finished, so you won't have to wait long for new parts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.